Man, if that doesn't get you pumped, I don't know what does. Discipline is doing something because you've decided to do it, whether you feel like it or not. Man, that sounds like my diet in a nutshell. Doing something because you've decided to do it, whether you feel like it or not. Bacon. All right. How we doing? How was your weekend? I kind of messed up. I had the stream unlisted by accident because we did our first Saturday night strategy talk, and I forgot to switch it back from there. Yeah, this NETE going a little bit nuts. I know one of the famous gurus is trading it at the moment, so I'm sure that's kind of helping it do what it's doing. But other than that, we'll just be looking at the scanners today. It's quiet in here. It's weird. I have both ears on. Both kids are at school. It's weird. All morning since I got home, I feel like I've been like missing something. Like I'm overthinking everything. But it's just because I don't have the distraction. I feel like I might go like this anyway. Anybody that was here Friday night for the live stream, if you were here at the end, you remember me talking about like what I would do if someone walked in the front door while I was sitting here. I kid you not. I can show you the video, but literally somebody walked in my door drunk that same night. It was like a half hour, 45 minutes later after I ended the stream. Hold on. See if I can find it real quick. We got about 2 minutes here till the bell. What was Friday the 13th? No, it wasn't. That's Friday the 13th. Friday the 12th. Well, I guess it would have been on the 13th because it was after midnight. Check this out. And then he was like so excited when he saw my setup. What is that? Oh, hold on. For some reason the desktop audio is not on. Here, let's see if that works. There we go.
Shit, is this the right hand? Shit, I'm sorry. Oh, I was trying to get to Tyler's house. Yo, that's a badass fucking setup. Hey, which one is yours?
Oh wow, that is a nice setup. Sorry about that, sir.
I know, but whoever's house we pulled up to has a fucking amazing. Is this native Dexter? No. Shit, bro, this motherfucker setup. Yeah, we come. Oh shit, we never made that left.
He says,
What's for that? Yo, this fucking setup is fucking amazing. Sorry to just walk in your house.
So yeah, that happened. That was pretty funny. I immediately turned. I like looked at him and I was like assessing what was going on, assessing the situation. And I saw him on the phone and I immediately heard him talking. I was like, oh, he's drunk. Still scary nonetheless, right? I obviously went over and was ready to do what I had to do, but then as he left, I was like, yeah, we're gonna lock the door. So good luck to everybody. Let's get a good start to the week. See what happens, and we shall go from there. Sorry, there's no Devin. He's lazy. Apparently, he didn't go out all weekend, so he still doesn't have his headset to use. He has one, but it's finicky, and I wasn't about to try to mess with it this morning. So maybe on Wednesday we'll get him in here. Thomas, what's up, man? Webb, what's up? Oops. This VNRX is a lower float. It just popped up and just kind of stopped. We'll probably leave this alone unless it wants to continue here. I'm assuming the SPY probably fell off at the open. No, it's actually trying to go up. I'm surprised that more isn't kind of doing its thing here. HXL just made a decent move. There goes VNRX. It's actually trying. Of course, as I pulled it up, I was hoping to see it go through 350 as I pulled it up. No such luck. Actually got shoved all the way back down. People still buying Hertz. This thing is nuts. Makes no sense. Thank you, Mr. Windows PC. Apparently I have no viruses on my computer. It's always good to know. NVAX. This could be worth looking at. See if we can get a little extension here away from this 4690 area. Thing has a spread. Oh crap. Did you see that? It was like a 30-cent spread the whole time. It's still there. Pretty much it's about a 20-cent spread now. OMG, I can't type. UNFI making a decent move here. I told myself over the weekend, I know we talked about this on Friday, my A+ setup would be something that goes over that big previous resistance, which you can clearly see up here over 1650 on UNFI. But I'm not going to take away from possible trades within a range. Look, another 30-cent spread on a $15 stock. That's ridiculous. That spread was bigger than NVAX, and NVAX is almost a $50 stock. It's a little crazy. I guess the SPY is tanking at the moment. Yep. We don't have shares on VIXI today. That's kind of annoying. I don't even remember all the other ones. VXX. Yeah, we don't have shares on any of these. SQQQ, I think, is another one. Yeah, the range on that one kind of sucks, though. This GNMK looks pretty nice. Volume sucks, but it's making a nice move here. Pull up Interactive Brokers real quick. See, I was missing something. I just forgot. CDR. Have shares there. Its range is kind of crap. We're going to probably miss this trade if we even wanted it. If we could even trade it. GNMK. Yeah, there are shares too. Let's see if it wants to work its way back up here. Keep an eye on it. The volume's kind of crap. So we're watching GNMK here. Still looking around. Don't see anything else at the current moment. This ATHX actually looks pretty good. The chart looks good anyway. The volume on it is pretty good too, but the range is really bad. Still watching GNMK. I want to see if this will make another push here. The volume's kind of crap. Watching TAST as well. Volume on this one is also not that great. Seeing if TAST wants to go through 5. Let's switch these charts because you wouldn't be able to see the entries on GNMK anyway. Not quite. It made a nice little move there. I wanted to see it push through 5 on a little bit more volume. Attempt number 2. What is NVAX doing? Yeah. Spread kept us completely out of that one. I didn't like that one at all. Here we go, trying 5 again on TAST. GNMK, I can't trade that volume. It only has 150,000 on the day so far. We're about 10 minutes in. I usually look for 150,000 in one candle, but we'll see if it wants to make some kind of crazy move here. Same with TAST. We're only at 180 on the day. So we didn't get what we were looking for on TAST there. Kind of a blah morning so far. Kind of expected it though with the SPY gap down. Watching the SPY level 2 is always fun. GNUS on the other scanner, the minus I3 scan for the intense move down there. It's pretty much rubber banding right back up.
Connection lost.
Here goes GNMK trying to move higher. See if we can get a big candle like up towards 1150. Oh yeah, this would be the interactive brokers trade.
Market data connection re-established.
Yeah, I guess it would be good if I have market data connection if I'm going to trade. Hertz is trying to go back high of day. I don't quite understand that one, but let's keep an eye here on ETRN. So we're gonna push up towards 850. Kind of a slow morning. Apparently going to be doing some yard work early, apparently. There's not much to look at. This GNMK is just kind of sitting there. It looks like it wants to roll over, but it's just kind of doing nothing. There it goes. It actually finally broke 11. Kind of just hovering there, though. That's the problem with no volume is you might get the same charts, but man, do they take forever. I'd love to see him move up towards 850 here on ETRN. Want at least another candle like this one, another 20 cents here. This does look kind of grindy. That's why we would need that quick move, right? That's what we're always looking for the quick extensions. Yeah, everybody's kind of saying the same thing. They're not really seeing too much. I'd have to agree with them. Is my chat not working for YouTube, or is just nobody talking? I feel like just nobody's talking. Okay, I just wanted to make sure. I mean, it's fine. It is a slow morning. I just wanted to make sure. Thomas, you traded twice? On what? I haven't found anything. I haven't even seen anything, like, really remotely close. Here we go, trying on ETRN here. Same thing for you, Constantine? Nothing? TAST. Yeah, I mean, I guess TAST. I really wanted a little bit more than that when I pulled it up, but yeah, I guess that's like the best looking one I've seen this morning. ATVI, I don't even remember pulling that one up. Oh wow, yeah, I missed this one. That's a bigger mover. I guess the spread wasn't too bad. Watching EPRT here right off the scanner as well. Didn't quite alert, but it was getting up there, and we're right at high of day. Good previous resistance. Still watching ETRN too, but we want that quick move. EPRT trying to break this $half area. I would really like to see it extend away first. Well, nonetheless, Thomas, great job, man. I didn't even see ATVI. That was a good one. Nice little pop right at the open. I have ETRN here on my main chart, and then I have EPRT up on the bottom chart. Neither of which are doing what we want. I mean, ETRN looks like it could. We just need that squeeze. Baker Mayfield. If I had a nickel for every time I heard that one, I would be poor still. Because it's only been probably like 5 or 6 times. Hey, Baker Mayfield's not playing right now. He's not training. Oh, he's probably training, but hey, he's gotta abide his time. I finally got cleaned up. I went and got my hair cut yesterday. I did all this morning. I can throw a football pretty good too. I've always been good at sports, so I could probably confuse some people. I'd have to just watch some film on Baker and like get his drop and his arm motion down a little bit. I could probably get away with it. The only problem is you'd never catch me wearing a Cleveland hat, so I don't know if I could go that far. I'm a Ravens fan, so it'd be pretty hard to go that far with it. Maybe for Halloween. I think I said I was going to do that last Halloween, and I just didn't. I didn't do anything. Here we go, starting to get a little push here, ETRN. Really don't want to play the double top, but I feel like that would be a pretty good spot if we could actually get up there. Maybe we'll cut it in half, just in case. I want to see at least through 40 here. We didn't even get... Oh, we got the 41. I want to see like a nice push. EPRT just straight up died. That thing's like not even trading. At least here we're getting some action. Here we go. We're going to start this, 844. We took half of our starter position here just in case because we're at a double top. Uh-oh. Am I missing one? MNTA making a big move here. 50, 30. Don't like the spread too much. Loving the chart though. Come on, spread. Help us out here. Put an order out there at 33. Didn't get filled. I didn't realize it was... The spread was that bad. All right, we ended up getting 33 there. Let's go full screen so you guys can see what we're looking at. Meant to do that first, but... All right, so we're in 2 trades here. We waited all morning. We're in ETRN. We're only half size on ETRN because we were looking at the double top area there. Really nice extension here on MNTA right off the scanner. Got previous resistance all the way down here near 32. Up closer to 34, we'd be looking for now. Here we go. Yeesh. Get an ad there. That was a big pop. Still watching ETRN through 850 there. What are we sitting at? 33.82. What was our first entry? 33.33. Put 75% out there just in case it wants to give us that flush. Spread there is kind of crazy. All right, we're getting that move through on ETRN. What was our position at 844? See if we can get that move down towards 33.50 here on MNTA. We missed our ad over 50 there on ETRN so far. Look at this spread, guys. Man, the spread was not that bad when we got in. It's a 70-cent spread right now. It is not very favorable to be in something with that big of a spread. So we can get back down through 34 on that one. ETRN, we're just kind of letting this thing do what it's doing here at 850. Trying again. Looking for that nice spread flush to come down our way this time. See if we can get down there and test that 33.50 area. Need to break 34 first. Here we go with 850 again on ETRN. Part of me kind of wants to just cut this thing. It's not really doing what we wanted it to do. Might just put our stop at high of day. We'll see what it does there. It's not moving that fast. Need this break at 34 on MNTA. And it got really spready again. Just going to throw the stop out here on ETRN. This isn't doing what we wanted to do. We'll put it 1 cent above high of day there. So what we'll actually do here, well, let's see what it does. We'll do that, and then we'll put the stop in. So we'll get an add as close as we can to the top there, and then we'll put the stop in. So we'll get full position, or full first position, and then if it wants to go high of day there, then we'll just stop out. It's not that big of a deal. Get a little bit more size. If it does indeed want to drop. MNTA, volume's kind of dying off here. This would definitely be a stop at high of day as well, if it gets there. Which actually we'll just put the stop in there just in case it randomly decides to spike up there. Just trying to be patient here. I haven't seen anything else pop up as we've been doing this. Real quick, let's take a look at this. Yeah, it's not too bad. That kind of looks like the one we're in, ETRN. Here we go, 34 test again on MNTA. Let's see if we can actually get through it. ETRN just keeps messing with this 850 area. Just kind of consolidating there. Like I said, no harm, no foul there. If it wants to go high a day, they'll just be a... Just obviously didn't want to pull back. MNTA, though, we obviously would love to see this one break 34. Trying again. We won't even do that just yet. We'll leave it. Ask is coming down here on MNTA, which is usually a good sign. See if it actually tries to help us out here. ETRN looks like it might be trying high day. No, the thing is fighting at 850. Here we go with the spread again on MNTA. This would be kind of a crappy one if we do get stopped out on. We didn't even get full position, but this thing definitely has a pretty big spread to it. There it goes. It's going right up to high a day here. Getting pretty close. Not looking good. Probably going to get some slippage here as well. There we should have been out right there, but we're going to get slippage. Yep, got a lot of slippage there. All right, so not a very good trade. One kind of sucks. But they're going to happen. That was a pretty good opportunity. It looked pretty solid and just didn't want to work out, so it's not always going to work out. We're just going to leave this one. Let it do its thing. Let's see what it wants to do.
Market data connection lost. Market data connection re-established.
There's the only one we're in right now is ETRN. Of course, MNTA was a little bit of a fake out so far. That would be a bummer. I guess I should cancel my other order now. Really just looking for ETRN to break down. Finally. Thing doesn't seem to want to. This thing doesn't want to choose a direction. Just going sideways. The connection lost, that's for interactive brokers. I don't know why it keeps doing that, to be completely honest. It's probably because of my VPN, if I had to guess. BBI. Thing has it's made a pretty good move this morning. So MNTA appeared to be a fake out, but is now back high of day and it's running. So just goes to show you that you got to stick with your plan no matter what it is. And that thing is squeezing. Actually, what do we got here? Don't want to miss our other trade or in ETRM, but we have a stop in there. I don't like how the volume, it's weird. The volume was like kind of weird. It like went all the way up there on 100 and some thousand volume, and then it just kind of stopped. It's kind of my fault. See if it wants to continue here. Real quick, take a look at MNTA. Go full screen so you can see it. Look at that squeeze there. I look like a genius right now on the cut. ETRN literally just chilling. It cannot make up its mind. Watching CLSN. Okay, I think we missed this trade. It kept trying to get back up through 370. I just don't like the wicks on it, to be honest. I wasn't here for the move, but it looks like it tried to go through, got shoved down, tried to go up again, got shoved down, and then obviously when we pulled it up, it did the same thing. But every time it got shoved down, it's getting bought back up. So ETRM, we're hoping that this is kind of the top of a little bit of a relief bounce. Because if it is, we could get kind of an all-day fader. See what we can do to try to hold on to this full position. MNTA on the scanner again. Man, talk about holding through some pain if you didn't get out of this one. I look like a genius at the moment with that cut. And this is why you have a strategy, guys. Follow your strategy. Why are these not coming up? It's still going. Switch these around so I can go back to the main chart here, at least for the trade that we're in. ETRN. This thing is nothing but red candles, but we can't really get a drop. But that's kind of what I'm thinking, is it might be pretty hard for this thing to get back to high a day the way it's struggling, but we'll see. Oh, of course, as I say that, trying that 850 area again. Yeah, MNTA, I'm just gonna stay away from that one. That spread was a little scary. It wasn't that bad when we jumped in, but then it took off like a rocket ship. It was like an 80-cent spread right after we got in. That was a tough one. We actually got a really good ad on the first pop, but then not much you can do after that. You would think eventually the buyers are going to give up here. If we can even just get down to like 840. I mean, the lowest we got was 44, it looks like. If we could just get down and test like 840, I feel like some of the buyers will give up here. Maybe get at least a retest of this 830 area. What is NVAX doing? Whoa! NVAX with a crate. What the heck is going on with NVAX? Going full screen. This was a real drop all the way down here to 45. This is like something you'd see at earnings in the afternoon, where it has that big of a range up and down. Holy smokes. There we go, that 840 test I was telling you about, ETRN. That's some craziness on NVAX. See if we can get down through this 840 area. VWAP sitting there at 835. Let's put 50 out there. At 835. See if we can get this bust through 840. That was some weird stuff there on NVAX. And it's, I don't think I've ever seen something like that intraday. A move that extreme. That's crazy. And if you weren't paying attention to it, you would have missed it. That thing went all the way down to 45 and all the way up to 50 within like a couple seconds. That's crazy. It was almost like somebody marketed a sell order, a big sell order, and then somebody marketed a big buy order at the bottom. I think the first sell order was probably a mistake, and then I think the guy buying all those shares probably didn't think it would go that high when he bought it, thinking there'd be more liquidity in there. But apparently there was not. That thing went straight back up. All right, we got through 840 here on ETRN. See if we can get down there towards that 835 area. See if we can take off those 50 shares. $36. And there we go. Got 50 out there on ETRN down at 835. Let's see what we can do down at this previous resistance at 830. We'll look to take another half off. Not another half, but we'll look to take half of our remaining position. Trying to scale out in thirds on this one just because of how slow it is. I know it can't really go against us in some crazy manner. But what we'd like to see is this go through that 830 area and then try to come back up to it and use it as resistance. That would be the best scenario. Here we go, 32. We're going to put 50 more shares there at 830. And there, oh, we're on the bid. Didn't quite get it. Figuring if we wanted to get through that 830 area with the last 50, we could see what it wants to do at VWAP, but it looks like we might be doing that with the full position now. Or, well, the remaining position. It bounced right before we got our fill at 830. We can get rid of the stop now since that's the wrong share size. Get rid of that too, knowing that that's the key area. So VWAP sitting right here at 835. See what it wants to do. We also have the moving average coming down. But now if we get the move down through 830 again, I think we're going to have a nice little drop after that. So even with the NVAX craziness, what is MNTA doing? It's finally starting to mellow out here on the volume. It's coming back down, possibly to test that previous resistance at 35. Jeez, we were in that at 33 and some change, and that thing went all the way up to 37.57. That would have been some pain to hold through. Our final our cover there was at 34.93. So yeah, that was a good stop. See if we can get that drop through 830 here. That NVAX was just as crazy as MNTA, especially with that spread. So here we go. We're looking like 840, or let's see what this line here is, 844. Yeah, that's the line that we were talking about earlier. We'll see what that wants to do. I think that's where our stop would be at this point. Let's put it at 844 or 45. We'll put it right above that 44 area. 46 is fine. It's basically break even. Our average is sitting at 47.5. I don't think it can make it up there, especially all in one move. So if it does, then oh well. But I think it would take some pretty good volume to come in to do that. And it doesn't seem that this is the kind of stock that wants to do that. Of course, as I say this, it's just kind of squeezing right up there. Biggest candle in a while. Well, not that much volume. And now you can see why it kind of sucks that we didn't get that 50 shares out there, right? But we'll see if it wants to just bounce and kind of come back down. Apparently not. Right up to that 44 area that we were talking about. Pretty big bounce for how much this thing kind of just grinded. There we are at 44, saw 45, so 44 isn't really acting as too much resistance. There it is again, 45. Kind of crappy. Was not expecting it to make this kind of a move up. There we are, we're on the bid. And there it is. So, alright. That's kind of sucky. It was not the trade that we wanted, but it is what it is. What a crap day.
I haven't even looked at this yet, so I don't even know what it shows on the drawings, but I can take a look at it. Yeah, so it says, right, so 2 head pole, so right, 4 heads.
So ETRN, that was a small winner, 775 to be exact, and then MNTA was 6660, loser. So $66.60.
Oh, okay, that's what you meant. I was like, oh, what?
And that thing is still way up there.
Okay. Thank you. Bye.
Wish I knew why these weren't coming up, but NVAX, that thing is just trying to go higher and higher. That thing was down trading at $4 not that long ago. Looks like some kind of, I don't know what the big gap up was for back here in early May. But that thing is still climbing. Anybody have any questions? Anybody have some good trades? Make me feel a little jealous this morning. Of course, the first day that I have supposed full focus, market just sucks. Da, 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 da. I guess the only thing I'm a little bit mad about here is I only took 50%, or not even 50, it was 33% on that first cover. I mean, I should have stuck to my plan of 75%. But I really felt like we might get that breakdown. But, I mean, you guys hear me say it all the time. You get the extension away from that previous resistance. It comes down and it'll test it, and it'll decide what it wants to do there. And I guess part of me, after the loss on MNTA, I was looking for this to give us more, and that was my fault, right? I didn't follow my strategy. Should have been 75% there, and then I would have only had 75% coming back up, and it would have been a much better winner. But we got a little greedy trying to make some of it back from the other trade, but every trade is different, right? I shouldn't be using one trade to make up for another trade. But I am, even though MTA was a loser, pretty happy looking at the chart. Can't really complain. It's pretty textbook, actually. Got the first entry, got the second, tried to pull back, didn't, went high of day. We got our cover, which was pretty close to the top there, but as you can see, it looked like a fake out breakout, but it ultimately ended up squeezing much higher. So, and this is a classic example and a really good chart to look at in the future to remind yourself of why we're doing what we're doing. That's kind of the key there. Thomas with the trades. Love it. At least somebody got some goodness today. My favorite trader is the wired day trader. Is that a biased opinion there, Vincenzo? Ooh, ibuprofen is not working too well today. NVAX is looking pretty heavy. Not something I'm going to play, but Of course, as I said that, it was down here at 50, testing 50, and it was like, nah, I'm good, not yet. LK making a move here. I wonder if we got shares of LK. I think that's one of the ones that we've never had shares for. Well, there's some available here. See what it does here at 410. This is the previous resistance from yesterday's high. I was looking for more of a push there. Jeez. All right. And then it got bought right back up. I was looking for 420s. Right? Because, I mean, this candle was about the same size as this candle, but we wanted a little bit more out of it. Might not be getting it, though. Ah! It's all right. Yeah, right back down the 4. Right back to that previous resistance. Man, wanted that little bit more through that previous resistance there. That would have been nice. Oh, well. It was a good move. ETRN popping back up on the scanners. That means it's high of day. Yep, see? It's good. I mean, we read the chart, right? We knew that was a key area, and it did not do anything there when it got there. There was no resistance at all. So I wasn't mad at that cut at all, but definitely a little frustrating. See if we can get some volume. I would be inclined to trade this again, but we need a nice little push, maybe up towards 9. Some good volume coming in here. So we can get into the 870s. Still waiting for that like intense move. I mean, this is a pretty good push, but it's really not that jump that we're looking for.
Market data connection lost.
Yeah, that has to be my VPN, like doing its little reset. That would make sense. Here we go. So we can get that little bit of, we're looking for the squeeze.
Market data connection re-established.
Small condo in Chaz. Please direct all future correspondence. No Chaz. Here we go. Let's get this push. Let's go. All right, we're gonna start this. I think we got 78. I tried to hit it at 79, but looking for this to just kind of come down, test this previous resistance again. But we know this is a slower trader, so that was kind of why we went down. Normally we'd start this at 150, but I just took 100 just in case it does want to keep moving here. So we were a little impatient, and that's what we get. Right? This is the move we were looking for. Got 898 there. So that's the move we were looking for, right? That should have been our first entry. Excuse me. We got a little impatient. Put the order out there just in case it wants to flush. Think of how much better we'd feel right now if that was our first entry. Little FOMO, got impatient. Makes what could have been a great trade just a meh trade. Looking for the breakdown through 890. That's where I got to last time. I think it was like right at it, yeah. And just like we knew from the first trade, this thing's super slow. Just letting it do its thing here. We're not too worried about it. That was not any kind of a pullback. Go grab me a Coke. You're back.
They have a lot of concentration. You add anymore.
I thought you were leaving the windows open. You getting chilly? So were you getting chilly? Yeah, I still kind of, I don't mind this too much, Thomas. That's why I'm kind of giving it some room here. It was a pretty big move. I might split my last one in half here, though. Corporate poison. Oh, didn't even get the opportunity. Oh. I was getting ready to say we'll add the rest of our shares here and stop at high of day. I mean, it might be what we do. Just kind of seeing what it does here. I didn't like how it tested under 9 and got shoved right back over. Alright, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to get our ad there and then just throw the stop at high of day. If it wants to get up there, then so be it. If not, we'll get our shares as close to it as possible. And there it goes. It's headed right to it. 1 cent away. We're on the ask. And there's our fill. All right. So, awesome day so far, guys. Awesome. Loving it. Should have just reversed my position there, apparently. I only put the shares back in there, just seeing if that wanted to like really squeeze. It's one of those days. Just, I don't know. Everything that is kind of squeezing just consolidates. It's not really pulling back. Really wish I knew why this was doing this. The heck? I didn't hit you. I don't know. Oh, it's showing in here now. That's weird. I have IMAX up as well. See if it wants to go through 1320. Thing had a shot of volume and now it's just dead. What did MNTA end up doing? IMAX literally just stopped trading. That thing is still consolidating up there. Yeah, this thing is just going. Look at it. Have to adjust my share size according to the scale here, but I'm thinking I'm going to try this one more time. All right, we got the fill. I meant to be in there on the bid, but We'll play this at that key area. That's kind of what we're going off of here. If it wants to get the 950, this thing's pretty extended. Have EQM up here as well. Might do the same thing. I'd like to see what this does at 23. There it goes through 23. These charts look kind of similar, eh? We're going to try this one as well. What do we actually got? A crazy fill there. They both kind of dropped at the same time. I'm wondering if these are working off of each other because these charts look very similar. Volume is much different though. Not really looking to, these are kind of right or right out trades. Our average is at 83 here on EQM. I'm just going to put the stop in right at high of day on that one. Most likely going to do the same thing here on ETRN, just over 50, since we just got that pullback. So let's do that. We'll put that at 851. So these are right or right out type trades. I mean, they're both pretty extended. If they want to continue from here, then so be it. We don't want anything to do with it. Pretty key areas on both. The whole dollar on EQM, half dollar here on ETRN. Both looking like they want to try to come up here and test it. Let's change this order to 51. Oh, I'll leave it there just in case for a second. So I think we were on the ass there for a second on EQM. Let's go ahead and change this real quick. So these are pretty low risk, high reward trades because we'd be looking to try to hold these down to those previous resistance areas. You got 22 all the way down here. And then on here we got, I mean, you could choose 9. You could probably say like a little over 9. So we're only risking, you know, like 5-10 cents here, like 20 cents, but we're looking for almost $2 or a whole dollar. Sorry, not $2. So looking for like a 5. It's about a 5-to-1 trade on both of these actually. See, about 920 is where we would look to take most of it. Put it at 921. And down here, I guess the $0.50 would be where we'd look for most of it. These aren't, our typical play. These are pretty much just like overextended stocks that we're looking to get some kind of a pullback. And we're putting it on a tight leash. So if it does want to work, it does. If not, then it's not that big of a risk. PTE's making a pretty intense move there, but we don't have shares. And the range on it's not that great. Here we go, getting a move down here on ETRN. We actually got our fill on the other arm. We got our fill on both. Yeah, these things are definitely moving together. Looking to cover the second part of our position if they want to continue down pretty quickly. But it looks like they're kind of stalling right at our covers. Get rid of these stops. Put them both back in with the new share size. Do want to put this one right over 50 again, though. There we go. I feel like that'd be pretty silly not to put it there for another 2 cents. But we're obviously looking for these to really break down. Almost perfect covers there, though, for that drop. That was a pretty interesting drop. It is crazy how they're pretty much trading the exact same. You saw them make the same drop at the same time. Definitely some algo trading going on there, probably. I think we're going to put our full order out for the rest of this on EQM just because of the share size. We're going to put it at 22. Which is pretty much that previous resistance. And we might actually do the same thing here on ETRN as well, just because of the share size. But we'll see what kind of move we get. I do think that's what we're going to do. Kind of just makes the most sense to me. Just look for that previous resistance to get hit and then take it and get out of here if it wants to give it to us. So I guess essentially we could put a range order in on both of these. Let's just do that and we'll be done with it. 905 is what we're shooting for. Our stop out will be 951. Let's cancel both of these. Put that in. There we go. Come down here. Clear it out. Position. Stop. Range. 2201. Let's put it 2205. High range 2309. Cancel both of these. There we go. So pretty much the same trade on both of these. I mean, these are definitely trading together. 100%. I don't know what the relation is between them, but let's see if we can find out real quick, actually. ETRN is Equitrans Midstream Core, and then EQM is EQM Midstream Partners. So they both have midstream in their name. So I'm assuming that they're basically the same company in one way, shape, or form. Looking at FTCH here, right off the scanner. May have just missed that move. And we did. It gave it all back right away. All right. Looking for these two to break back down and head lower towards that previous resistance. And we know it respects it. Actually, no, this is the one that was bullish and didn't quite get down there to either time. But we're going to see if it can this time. MNTA, that thing is just going sideways. A little bit of a bummer there on FTCH. Went right back down to that previous resistance that we would have been looking for. That would have been a nice quick trade. Just a little too slow. Dish? I didn't even see Dish pop up. I must not have been looking. Oh, yeah. Not too bad. That was a pretty good move, actually. So if we can get a breakdown, we'll probably move our stop. We'll just use the pivots on this one because it's obviously a slower trade, but we want to see the breakdown first. So we'll move our range down to the top of these pivots. There we go, getting the breakdown here. So we'll just go ahead and move it. 30. We'll give it a little room. Pretty sure, yeah, 69. So we'll be right above it on that one, and pretty much right above it on this one. 33, 34. We'll move it down a little bit more. It's not letting me move it. Okay, we'll leave it there. It wants me to leave. Oh, it's moving this one. What the heck? That was weird. That's why, though. It's still not letting me move that one for whatever reason. Oh, now it's moving. What the heck is going on here? Maybe I gotta click the chart first. No, it's still doing. What the, I don't know. This thing is like bugging out on me. Might just have to re-enter the order. It's looking like it's finding support there at that first drop area anyway. Should we start singing that song at these stocks? Do a full 180. So we got stopped there on EQM. Looks like we might have got the top of that candle, 72. Is that where it filled us at 71? We had the order at 70. But we'll see. This kind of feels like it found a base there at the $0.50 here on EQM, and on ETRN it looks like it found the base there at 920. But we'll see. Still in ETRN here. Go back to the main chart. So, not looking good here. It's looking like it wants to work its way back up. We did get a little bit back out of it, so not going to complain. is going on here? Is it because... I've never had this issue before, and for some reason it does not want to show me the icons. This is kind of nice though, not like feeling rushed to get off and everything. I am about to though after this trade. Nothing else going on. Come on, ETRN, make up your mind. Been in this thing 3 times today, and it's been like the slowest trader all day. Even has some decent volume too. That's why I was interested in it. Where's the soundtrack of the kids in the background? Yeah, it's true. I need to like put on some kid noise just to keep me on my toes. David actually brought up an interesting stat as well last week that seems to follow for the most part, but anytime that the market is down, I think he said more than 2% to open the day, you tend to get these just weird trading days. And today is definitely no exception. I think today I'm probably just going to do a recap video just because we took 4 separate trades, and I mean they were all like really long trades, and it's going to be a red day, so I'm not really looking forward to going through and doing all that editing. So I will probably just do a recap because I'm pretty hungry as well and eat any breakfast. I was pretty anxious with taking the kids to school for the first time. Just had a lot on my mind. Has nothing to do with the trading. The trades, I mean, I'm actually not upset with any of the trades we took. Just, they're not working out like we want. Not really getting that follow through. A lot of consolidation up towards the highs. Of course, there was a couple that would have done what we did, but they were pretty quick moves. I think there was 2 of them. We pulled them up and they kind of made the move without us. It was like right as we pulled it up, they had already started coming back down. Just wasn't fast enough. It was FTCH. Oh, yeah. And of course, and look at it, FTCH. Oh, we're about to get stopped here on ETRN. There it is. All right, so got our fill there at 38, and there's the stop on it. But real quick, take a look at FTCH. That move through is what we were looking for, back down to that previous resistance, and sure enough, look, that's exactly where it bounced, and now it went high of day again. So I think with that stoppage there, that's going to do it for me. Guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. Remember, the Amazon gift card giveaways on the videos that I do, so it'll be the recap today. Hitting that like button, I really need to just start reversing my positions at my stops. It is something I always talk about, but I never do. But anyways, every like throughout the week. Last week we had 50 likes, so that's going to be a $12.50 gift card. It was exactly 50 likes when we did the Friday night live stream. When we do the Friday night live stream this week, I will tally all the likes from the recap videos throughout this week, and then that will be the gift card that we hide in the videos the next week. So it'll just keep on going and going. So this week, Monday through Friday, in one of the videos, there will be a gift card for $12.50, and be on the lookout for it. Until then, like and subscribe. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Appreciate all your support as always. Have a good rest of your day. Peace.